you're better off elsewhere tonight. Grab your pitchforks and start your fire. Grab your loved ones and run for your lives. There's a witch among us and she must be found before she burns this whole place to the ground. Away, just stay out of the woods, 'cause she's up to no good unless you're prepared for a fight. 'Cause the witch has the power and it is witching hours, so you're better off elsewhere tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Off the Grill podcast, the only show that has been referred to as a triple penetration of knowledge, humor, and timelessness. Oh boy, we're rocking the old headphones-free look today. And like an autistic child, I am panicking. Well, because it's different. Doesn't matter. I realize, like, I don't very often listen to anything on this show. As I think I said last time, which I'd like to change, I absolutely can't fucking hear myself in the headphones. So they really do serve no purpose. But before we really get into it, let's hit those sponsors, baby. Casey Anthony trash bags, so tough even a toddler couldn't tear them. Big bold corn on the cob so big you need two hands. When you think mouthful of fun, think BBC. And AshleyMadison.com. If you want your secret liaisons to absolutely become public, talk to Casey Anthony. I fucked that right up, didn't I? Talk to AshleyMadison.com. Oof. So, yeah, fuck the... I can't believe I fucked those up. That's embarrassing. What are you going to do? Oh, shit the bed. Old Saucy apparently is dealing with annoying fucking internet today, so I'm going to probably start screaming about that. I don't know if the video's not working or not, but I'm getting that fucking the Wi-Fi bar on the StreamYard interface or whatever the fuck. Those of you that know what I'm talking about, those that haven't don't know. So let's hope that's the one and only fucking bit of bullshit that we have to deal with for the remainder of this episode. Oh, balls. Fatty actually did a little bit of prep today. And not the gay medicine. So they can go shooting pause loads at each other. It's a staple in the Norton household, I've been told. So let's check out these old comments. Old Brian Trash says, "Hey, Steak." Dan says, "Steak, what is your take on the Tony Khan Big Swole drama? I'm gonna put a star on that one because we're gonna get back to it. That's part of the prep I did. I got links and everything, y'all. Oh, Mike, the real fifth Beatle, says he really should go to bed. Stay up. What's it matter? Hey, isn't that Devon Graham says, what are you milking? The real question, Devon, what aren't I milking? Christian Hanahara says, what's up, Sauce Man? What's up, Christian? Jamie Hart, what's going on? Oh boy, here's this guy again. The old Gypsy Warrior says, what's up, Sauce? Well, he says, hey, Sauce. I don't want to put words in his mouth. He didn't ask me what's up. Christian asks Mike when he's ranking more babes. And Christian said it's a Naughty's horror ranking. That's like the 2000s. I think, right? It's the technical term for the 2000s. But I mean, it becomes, confusing though. Because if if you don't say Naughties, all your anything that's happening in the 2000 fucking century, like nobody's talking about movies made in the 1900s because there weren't any, but meaning like the 19 noughties, whatever. Why am I explaining this? Get a fucking dictionary, learn something. Oh. Gypsy Warrior says, sorry I've missed the last couple of streams. I was in Russia for Christmas, and there is literally no Wi-Fi where I was. Yeah, no big deal. Make sure to go back to watch every episode you missed, though, of course. Got to pump those numbers up. If you want to put me in contact with some Russian bots, I'm into that. Pump those numbers up that way. Kind of fake a social media presence or something. Who knows? It could be fun. Maybe. But good to see you back in here, though. Russian bots or not. Ben Grimm says, howdy. That face on there. That looks like a fake face. Howdy to Ben Grimm as well. Brad Trash says, hey, everyone. Happy New Year. Well, Happy New Year. And Happy New Year to all you jerks, I guess. I mean, happy-ish New Year. Oh, and there's old Lorne. Ray of sunshine he is, says, learn something. Now let's go talk about wrestling. I added the word go because I'm dumb. I don't read good. I ain't read good. Well, I'm sorry that you don't like wrestling, but it doesn't mean people don't think if they do watch it. I mean, let's face facts. I don't really like wrestling anymore either, but that doesn't change a whole lot of anything. Gypsy says he's on it. Brad Trash is wrestling. Dan says wrestling is life. Yeah, used to be. Now that's your life. You're probably a fucking dork that harasses people on Twitter about it. I mean, listen, hey man, nothing wrong with harassing people on Twitter, but when you do it over wrestling, when someone doesn't like your wrestling program just the way it is, and they've offered, constructive criticisms, and you threaten their family and shit like that. That's maybe not the same thing. It ain't no butterflies. What's going on, man? Oh, Mike asks, how long till Twitter ban Rogan? I don't know, man. But I hope it's soon, and I hope along with Twitter, Life bans him. Not a Rogan guy. Don't care about him. Don't like him. It's not about anything he said. I just like the I don't know, him thinking that he's funny really irks me because he's not funny. As much as that's a subjective thing, he's just not. Like, he's a good stand-up in that he's good at I have talked about this before. Like, he's good at the act of doing stand-up and like fucking um playing to the crowd and making loud noises in the right areas so his fucking meat-headed MMA fan base can fucking clap like seals. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like some dumb fucking comedy. I'm not sitting here, preaching Bill Hicks because he sucks too, but or any of these like real thinking man's like Bo Burnham sucks a dick too. Shut up, stupid. Write another dumb song. But he's not funny. Joe Rogan has never made me laugh outside of news radio. And, I'll let you in on a secret. He didn't write the show. I got to get a new chair. I don't know. I did something to the setup now. It's like just my head. I used to be able, or if I'd sit up like an adult, I guess it's a little better. I don't know what the fuck I did, but everything seems smaller now. Not my belt line, but everything else. Waistline. I don't know. That was almost a joke. That's why I really shouldn't listen to anything I say about fucking comedy or anything else for that matter. But here you are anyway. I appreciate it. It's good. Penises and vaginas. Oh shit, old Billy Bean says Saucy needs some sun. Never. I like my menses like my coffee. Creamy and sweet. Well, listen, I'm creamy and sweet. I do look especially, does this help or hurt? Probably hurts. I don't know. I do look especially white for whatever reason today. I did get fucking jabbed with whatever the TB, the tuberculosis test or whatever the fuck is. The new job requires it, so not a whole lot I could do about it. I've gotten it before. It's weird that you get the little bubble thing on your fucking arm. It goes away. This one bled a bunch, which is not what I remember happening. And by a bunch, I just mean more than what I remember. So I could be remembering it incorrectly, or the woman raped me and I'm going to the police. Sean McManus says, "What's up, way here, talking wrestling? I can't fucking read today. Jesus. They're going to fucking look me up, throw me in a paddy wagon." I think paddy wagon is actually like the Irish aren't a race, but it's the xenophobic. Whatever the fuck it is. Who cares? Dan says, "You don't want to go elk hunting with Joe." Not with Joe or anybody else. I fucking hate hunting. I don't have the patience for it. I'm not against it. I just fucking don't like doing it. Let's draw that fucking line in the sand now before some of you fucking Manchurian candidates for the alt-right freak out on me. Against your will. I mean, you don't know you're doing it, but let's move on. Sean says, "I'm going to be the president, so watch out." That's not Irish, is it? What is that even? I don't think it's anything. Gypsy says, "Elk hunting on DMT with Alex Jones is an interesting day trip." Yeah. Interesting for sure. Oh, balls. See, Mike says, "Have you seen Fighting with My Family? I really enjoyed it." Is that the Page whatever the fuck, biopic, whatever? Because if so, I have not. I think that is. Ain't no butterflies. Says the only good thing Joe did was the Rob Zombie podcast. I didn't see it, so I can't confirm or deny. But I don't know. He actively makes Tim Dillon less funny, which is fucking seeming. It seemed to be impossible. So, uh, Sean says, Paige, she into something else. Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. Yeah, she had sex. That was a Geordie accent, Newcastle, basically. Yeah, well, at least it was something. Hey, man. At least it was identifiable. I mean, like, I know it's the same thing. Like, me being from the north, from New York. I have a southern accent, which, if you go to different parts of the South, they don't all sound that way. And I know just from the different cultaholic is like my big point of reference for like the UK. And it's kind of what I've watched to kind of try to pull some kind of an accent out of it for the most part. And I know there's different different accents for different parts of the country. England, more so than the rest of the UK. I don't know. Dan says Rogan's stand up is mediocre, but I enjoy the podcast. Yeah, well, it's if you want to, go ahead. I don't know. It's way too long, and at first it was fucking miserable if you tried to listen to it because you try to go off on fucking conspiracy tangents and shit like that. And some of that's interesting, and some of that's like, dude, just like have a little less weed, bro. All right. And then it got to the point where he made too much money or whatever the fuck, and because he is a real fucking baby back bitch as far as anyone challenging things he says on the fucking media. So, and now I mean, do they fucking kind of misconstrue his words and victimize him a little bit, but again, you're getting fucking stupid money from Spotify. Who gives a fuck? Like those articles are like fucking clickbait and circle jerks for the fucking people that don't like you anyway. So don't put any stock into it. I just don't understand it. But now it's gotten to the point where it's like, well, you can't say that. What's your source? Like he has these fucking comedians on that are making jokes and he's trying. Well, that's not true. You can't. Yes, Joe, Mr. Comedian. It's a fucking joke. God damn. I get pushing back on like a political figure or a doctor or, some fucking pseudoscientist or whatever the fuck, if they're trying to push some weird fucking theory on you or whatever, but they're fucking comedians, dude. Oh, boy. Oh no, Brian Trash said he spent the day in bed. That ain't good. He says, more weed? Well, I mean, yeah, if you just want to enjoy yourself, more weed's fine. But, if you're trying to do a podcast that's entertaining to people, maybe there is a too much. And that's coming from me, the podcast and marijuana fucking authority, because, I get 50 fucking listens per episode. And I can't handle my marijuana in the least. So, Butterfly says money fucks people up. That's pretty much proven fact at this point. Daily Ghost, is that like a Twitter knockoff? It's a ghost, obviously, but is that the intention? Was that like a Twitter knockoff fucking emblem or whatever the fuck? God, I'm stupid. Well, he says, you're asked, did you see Heidecker's satire of Rogan? So funny. Can't stand that Rogan meathead. I watched some of it. It was funny enough, I guess, but it's also probably a case of, well, why waste your time parodying the guy? Do something better, It was funny enough though. From what I didn't watch, from beginning to end. I think I saw clips pop up because unfortunately I follow people on Twitter or whatever that fucking, oh my god, Joe Rogan, blow me. Oh, Roldy's here. He says, I'm here. Please contain yourselves. Oh, these comments keep coming in. My gosh. It is kind of funny though. I actually spent time and put together a kind of a run sheet for a show today, and I've pretty much shot through 20 minutes and with very little effort. So that's great. Appreciate it. But that's kind of what I mean when I say it's all based on the fucking chat, whether this show goes well or not. Shit. I'm going to do this because I forgot to do this. Hopefully it doesn't take long and I can get to it while still talking and not just having a meltdown and looking stupid. All right, that should upload. But I got a new thing here. I'm excited to use it. It's a short one.
Silence!
I'm going to overuse the fuck out of that. I'll tell you that, especially on shows where it's not just me. Gypsy says, remember Alex Jones said he met aliens on the fifth dimension when he took DMT? It sounded lucid to me, but it could absolutely just be high speak. Yeah, I don't follow these people. I don't watch them, Alex Jones I've come to sort of respect, I guess. Maybe respect's not even the word. But like a lot of the shit, Sandy Hook shit aside, because that's, he's apologized for that. And that was more so his fucking fan base than him. Like he asked a question. He didn't state, at least that I've seen. Maybe I'm fucking totally off base. He didn't state that, hey, that's a false flag. But he is a conspiracy guy. So if fucking someone throws some bullshit photoshopped, whatever the fuck, I don't know. Who cares? I don't really give a shit either way about Alex Jones. But a lot of the shit that he's been, dragging around everyone, oh, he's a conspiracy weirdo. Like a lot of that shit has come to fucking just be fact. Like that, I know I did watch that Joe Rogan episode where he was on with Tim Dillon, and they're talking about shit that is public and it's fucking concrete fact. And Joe Rogan's, you can't say that. What's your source, man? Yeah, I'm gonna steal fucking Tim's Rogan impression. Hey, take the horse medication, man. Horses take it, I'll take it, man. I walk around on all fours, man. God. The key to that impression is being funny. I've just found. Dan says the machine elves, LOL, and okay. Mike says I got to go to bed now. Later, guys. Mike, enjoy yourself. Roldy says, I love Rogan, but that's probably more because of what he is as an athlete than anything else. Yeah, I couldn't give less of a fuck about him as an athlete. So, Gypsy says, Roldy, Joe Exotic is innocent. Just finished season 2. Yeah, I know, I'm not watching that shit. Didn't watch the first season. Didn't give a fuck about that stupid horse shit. So, now I can watch the second season. And Gypsy, I think you asked about Cobra Kai. And if you recall, I don't watch that shit because I don't care about the Karate Kid. And I have no fucking skin in the game for some stupid, new reboot show. Watch it if you want. I don't give a fuck. I have no comment on it either way. All I've seen out of that fucking the blonde kid from that stupid movie, I got on How I Met Your Mother, which I watched and loved because I'm a tough man. Oh, let's see. Oh, Benny Graham. Yes, what do you think of Hook? You have to capitalize every letter if you're referring to Taz's kid. Do people really think he has something, or is it a meme joke? So that's it's interesting to I guess look at a little bit. It's not interesting. Let's not pretend. Um, I think he could be fine eventually, but he only relatively recently started training. Um, he's got a good look, I guess. The hair is stupid and he's small. I saw him fucking no sell a pile driver or a Rikishi driver rather, and that's fucking stupid. Like I could gorilla press that dude. you know. Uh I think he had put it to you this way, I guess. If he showed up in NXT, he'd eventually be something. But because he's drawn the adoration of these fucking goofy AEW slash PWG slash Chikara slash American New Japan fan, he'll be a meme wrestler, and that's a shame. Because his father, is a legend and was mostly great in everything he got to do. And he's in the company, so he can watch out for him. But yeah, unfortunately, he's just going to end up a meme wrestler, and it's not his fault. Butterfly says people get offended by anything now. There's a bunch of ghosts going around. Butterfly says, bro, your Trump is pretty good. Do I do it? Yeah, I do a Trump. But again, I'm a fucking hack because my impressions are other people. Are impressions of other people's impressions. I think my Trump is just Shane Gillis's Trump. No, sorry, not gonna work. You dumb bitch. Sorry, nasty woman. Next, wrong. Yeah, that's just Shane. Shane does a great fucking Trump though. I think they really could have used that when he was in office on SNL. And also used his mind to actually write it so that it doesn't fucking alienate 50% plus of the country. And also because Alec Baldwin's Trump is atrocious. Also, I don't know, maybe I misread that comment and they weren't giving me a compliment. Who knows? Daily Ghost says no Twitter connection, but I can see what you're saying. Damn it. Yeah, I like it. I know it's good. Dan says, I'm surprised people are going apeshit over Hook. He's not bad, but I'm not sure why he got over so fast. Because send Hook, get it? Punky's good. Are you really surprised, though, Dan? I mean, Orange Cassidy is fucking god to those dorks. Sean says, run sheet, let's go. Yeah, well. No selling a pile driver was dumb. Ben said he had that send Hook meme from when CM Punk said that, and I think that's just bowled over into him being popular when he debuted, as long as he's serviceable. Yeah, I think that's kind of what I said a little bit. I didn't throw the send Hook meme until, for minutes after, but that's what's going to end up fucking happening to him. I'm positive. Especially when they throw him on fucking Rampage or the YouTube shows. Brian says DMT is a hell of a drug. Those are my initials, as a matter of fact. Gypsy says Alex has a lot of problems, but as a person, I think he's a nice guy. Probably. Ben says I've listened to Alex Jones for a decade. Always been the weird conspiracy guy. All of a sudden, he's a trusted source of news because fucking conspiracies have more often than not panned out. Dan says a guy tries to warn us that the frogs are turning us gay. Well, that's not what he says. The water's turning the frogs gay, and the water's going to turn us gay. And we go and criticize the poor guy. Dan says Alex is funnier than Rogan. That's true. Hit that like button. Oh, Gypsy Roldy beat you to it. Billy says someone sent a bunch of pics that looked like the same people at multiple incidents in different states. So Alex called them out and went deep. I think he was set up. Dude, that's fucking probably possible too, because that has killed any credibility he really has. I mean, even what the fuck? When was that? That was 2012, 2011, or 2012, right? Fuck, dude, that was a long time ago now. But I know, like, Infowars was kind of like, laughed at as, oh, that guy fucking, that dork, that tinfoil hat wearing dork. Nobody said dork then. I didn't even say dork then. But yeah, there's probably a lot of fucking, that theory will probably hold a lot of water or whatever. Well, as I know, he holds 2 black belts in BJJ. I have 3. Shut up. Ghost says they're hucksters, political. Well, I don't know if you have to put the political in quotation marks, but because their televangelist kind of removes the credibility. So you could, like, I don't know. It could be a formatting thing and my fake autism coming out. Brian Trash says, fuck the Karate Kid. I'm putting that on a shirt. And then it's like an adult karate instructor, not the Chinese guy, but Korean. What is he? Round face. Stop. Jesus Christ. I don't mean it. Buy your Alex Jones cure-all today. I mean, yeah, all that shit's fucking, that's nonsense. Don't ever buy anything he sells. But, for better or worse, I think he has kind of fucking shown that he's not completely, out to lunch. Fuck. I was talking about something else, wasn't I? Oh, yeah, Karate Kid. I'll just be like some, I don't know, mid-40s fat karate instructor. And it'll be like a scared little karate boy in the locker next to the lockers, just kind of like huddling. I'll move on. Somebody get to work on drawing that. We'll see if we can figure something out. Some way to make that, kind of soft shoe that, and maybe not make it so overt. People saying hello. I missed. He keeps changing his fucking YouTube name. He's like a girl on MySpace in the fucking mid 2000s, the mid aughts. There he is. There's Mikey. He says hello YouTube. Now he's #1 fan. Ghost says that's pretty good steak. Dan says you need to do a town hall debate spoof as Trump versus Jess Graham. Not as bad as his firearms training. Well, I mean, Gypsy, I can't shoot a hole in that argument. He did not do well there. But I felt bad for him and was giving him kind of the benefit of the doubt. But he said the other day, I didn't pull the trigger. How did it go off then? Like, I'm willing to kind of say, like, he's not guilty or whatever as far as a court of law. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. But you pulled the trigger, dude. It's not going to go off otherwise. I mean, I guess, the things misfire or whatever the fuck. But by and large, it's not just going to go off. Stupid. Al's security Jack says I can beat Twitter in a fight. See, that doesn't make any sense because Al doesn't know he doesn't even know what Twitter is. So, and Dan says Al's secret jacket will be a surprise entrant in the 2022 Battle Royal or Royal Rumble match. Jesus. I wish I didn't smell like beef sweat all the time. Yeah, do you think, Dan, that he gets his own entrance, or is he just going to be like warned by Johnny Knoxville? So that way you get 2 people in one entrance, one entry. Oh, look at that. Ben says, what do you think of Johnny Knoxville being in the Royal Rumble? I think it's fucking stupid. The only like jackass guys I like were the Viva La Bam dudes, the CKY guys, So I don't like Knoxville, even though I actually don't mind him in Walking Tall. Is that the one he's in with The Rock? He did all right in that. He was solid. But I don't like him. I don't like fucking Steve-O and his fucking those Wild Boys jerk-offs. Steve-O's the real, crux of that fucking just being unwatchable to me. But yeah, I've always just had a lot of fun with these stupid Philly guys. It wasn't a Philly accent, Jesus Christ. Yeah, it says I'd wreck all of them. Speaking to Dan, if I get my 4XL sleeves on you, you're done. Yeah, you gotta understand though, Al. Your owner is like 5'6" max, so there's not a chance he's wearing a 4X anything. He'd burst before he got big enough to wear one. Oh, just smash that like button. Dan says Hook would no sell the 4XL sleeves. Christ, let's go. It says members only on my collar because I'm the only one. All right. Jim says, I remember Charlie Sheen got fired from 2.5 Men for what he said about Chuck Lorre on InfoWars. Oh, was that where he said it? I don't remember that, but I know he said it. That was fun. That's when all that fucking Tiger Blood shit and winning. Winning. When all that shit fucking went down. Kind of a bummer because I like 2.5 Men. I don't mind it with Ashton Kutcher either, but it's better when things don't change. Fuck, what else? Oh, but yeah, and then his anger management show sucked. So he said, I'll put Hook to sleep and make eye contact with his husband the entire time I do it. Well, I don't think it's been confirmed that Hook is married or even gay. What you saw is a bad man. Badass. Mick Foley doing a stand-up show here in a couple weeks. Worth it? It depends. I mean, I assume you're at least in the same fucking stratosphere of wrestling fan as I am, so you probably heard most, if not all, of the stories that he'll tell. But if you want to, take that risk and take that gamble, it's worth it. He's good at what he does. He's a good speaker. No cussing, and he makes a real big. I say fuck one time. Really would like that shit to fucking stop popping up. That's driving me crazy. I thought we fixed these internet issues. I'm gonna shoot Spectrum in the fucking face. Everyone that works for the company when I say Spectrum, because Spectrum's not a human. Yeah, so let's finish up. Let's fucking hope we can get these comments tied up. But yeah, it might be worth it if he's doing like meet and greets or whatever after the fact. But with his Omicron, probably can't do those anymore. Alrighty. They're just telling you saying Brian trashes MySpace rules. Oh, that might have been a good one. Guys, you can't make L's security jacket too smart, whoever's behind it. So as to, preserve kayfabe, I'm not going to show that Alec Baldwin comment or talk about it any further. Yeah. Again, can't make smart comments. It doesn't work. I'm a rock god from Mars. 2.5 dumps. That's not funny. You're mean. Gypsy says you like the Lindsay Lohan. Yeah, okay. Episode of Anger Management. I watched maybe the first season. I binged it and it was fine at best. Just I don't know. Wasn't digging it, so I quit. Dan never watched it. Orc's gonna say fuck one time. Trash says Mick Foley is funny. Funny looking. Oh, you son of a gun. What's up, Orc? Grim says he watched Noelle Foley just stand on stage for an hour. Well, she can't just stand there. But yeah, she's terrific looking. Roldy says he saw Mick Foley in Panama City. H. I don't know what that means. Roldy says his opening acts were good. The show was all right. Yeah, it's like I saw it in 2014. I think it was not too long after I really started touring with it. Maybe a year, 2 years tops. And I'd heard every story. And unfortunately, I think I fucking either right before or right after the WWE Network did that. They put out basically they put a special out. Just him doing more or less the same set of stories. I'm hoping in fucking 7 years' time he's changed things up, but who knows? I don't know, bud. But we're all caught up. I don't even know I wanted this to be the beginning of this show and not 45 minutes in. I gotta get a new chair too. You guys hear that fucking creaking? Oh, where was I? So Betty White died this weekend, or Friday, I guess, right? I mean, that's when the reports came out. I don't know. I don't remember. I didn't really look into it too closely, but I got the news Friday. I was at the store buying some stuff for New Year's Eve, man. Just some things. I made a pizza dip because I'm a fucking housewife. I grabbed some shrimp. So if I got to the car, checked the phone, and hey, she's dead. That's a bummer. Yeah, she was a cool old lady. Fucking like Placid. I mean, I've gone on record several hundred times, I'm sure, how much I like the Golden Girls. Like that's one of the few things in life, media or otherwise, that actually like my entire family can kind of agree on, like extended even. But so that's a little bit of a bummer, especially on top of the fact that I see you guys in the comments. She was, what was it, like 18 days or something like that before her fucking 100th birthday, and she kind of been busting her ass and feeling good, looking good, feeling good. I mean, for 99, or whatever, but doing promo and shit and news work for that like 100th birthday bash or whatever the fuck she was having. And there's some documentary in regards to all that and her whole career as well, I think. And just last day of 2021. See ya. I'm curious to know what the payout on the Doug Stanhope celebrity death pool was. Only because I got to figure for a while the odds weren't great that she would die. Like, as far as of course she's old, she'd probably die, so the odds you weren't going to stand to make a lot betting on her. I don't know how that death pool works as far as like how the fuck anything's done or paid out or whatever the fuck, but just kind of like a vague kind of blanket notion. Probably wasn't great. And then the longer she lived, it was like, well, yeah, she ain't gonna die, so we'll fucking, the odds are gonna start going in the other direction. So I'm sure there were a couple people that cleaned up betting on that, which hey, we got to we all got to deal with this tragedy, which it does seem it's more or less universal, just fucking sadness. And, she didn't have enemies. She outlived them all. And, fuck, I lost my train of thought. Oh, but yeah, so as far as that goes, and there's just like this last stupid fucking thing. So if we're all gonna be miserable, at least someone's gonna get a couple dollars out of it, I guess. What else did I have in my notes here? I saw someone, I think it was Billy, brought it up. Yeah, Betty White dead at 99, days short of 100. Just goes to show you, folks, life ain't fair. So go steal shit. Who gives a fuck? Don't go to rehab. Just make it worse. I bet if you do more coke or jam fucking another bindle of that on the spoon, you'll come out on the other side. That's how that works. But in regards to Miss Betty White, there's a little bit of a controversy in the comedian podcasting world. Balls. Good. It's good that I don't know how to work any of this. Because I'm a R word. There was a little Twitter fun. I call it fun. I had a lot of fun with it. Tim Butterly of the Dad Meat podcast, Philadelphia area comedian, replied to tweeted the tweet that says, "Does anyone know how Betty White died?" And he quote tweeted, "One of the funniest, absolutely the fucking funniest thing that happened on New Year's Eve. He was belt around her neck, slamming her clam." Which fucking had me crying laughing. But apparently a bunch of fucking, I don't know, what do they call them? TERFs? I don't know what the fuck it means, but like basically it's feminists that are like against the entirety of the trans movement. And so they're all just fucking like hypocritical retards. I don't know what I'm doing. But these like old fucking British lesbians, are fucking freaking out on Tim for old Mr. Butterly for that tweet. So I don't know if you guys can see it. I only clipped his tweets because they're the most important because they're the funniest. But Lorelai, there's weird fighting on Twitter. I've found out going down this rabbit hole a little bit. There's a lot of fighting between some kind of trans something or other. Like it's like a trans person that I don't know. I don't know the whole thing, but they've picked these three colors to represent them and their fucking flag. I hate flags. I said flag. I guess in the 1800s was used as some like feminist fucking, I picked my colors bullshit too. But so if you look at them, a lot of them have this and they'll be arguing about it means this, no, it means that, my flag. Kill yourselves. Lorelai says, "Is there a rock bottom for misogyny and dehumanization of women?" Doesn't seem to be. Just seen a man making a joke about Betty White, joke in quotations, by the way, dying of a violent sex act, and I just don't know what the problem with some men is. It's like they haven't got enough decency to fill a grain of sand. Or they were telling jokes, honey. And when, hey man, I'm pro women, I'm a feminist, but if that's how you're going to fucking talk, I'm going to call you honey or sweet cheeks. Go fuck yourself. But then Tim goes, "It's truly sad how they wish we were hate-filled monsters. They're disappointed with the fact that we are just a bunch of fucking morons trying to make each other laugh with the dumbest thoughts that cross our minds. Lighten up and eat your own pussy. And I guess that's probably. I mean, the best way to handle them, and is probably just to fucking shut up, stupid, and just ignore them entirely. But they have no real fucking argument, and they just kind of freak the fuck out over every little thing. Like, it's not a violent sex act anyway. No one's doing it to her. It's an autoerotic asphyxiation joke. It's something that you do by yourself. No one put the belt around her and tightened it. All right, she ain't fucking Jip Rossetti. So the whole fucking thing's nonsense. It just made me laugh, and I wanted to talk about it. I love Tim Butterly. I love Mike Rainey. And for you horror fans out there, which is most of you, you'll probably find that those two gentlemen look like other actors, because I think they are sort of actors. You've seen both of those cats in a lot of the Gillian Keeves shit, but and my neck. But yeah, you'll find that one of them kind of looks like Lance Guest, Butterly, yeah, and then Randy looks a little bit like fucking Eric Freeman, which makes me laugh. But yeah, go check out Dad Meat on YouTube or Twitter, or not Twitter. Yeah, fuck it, follow him on Twitter or podcast, wherever the fuck you get your audio only podcasts. What else did we have in store today? Yeah, sorry, I'm not really getting to the comments, but I'm trying to look. Gypsy says, Sauce, you've given me an excuse to start talking about Boardwalk Empire, best show ever. Yeah, I binged too many right in a row, so I got bored. I haven't finished. I've watched them all. I've seen the entire series before, but I quit somewhere in the middle of the 4th season, I think. I'll get back to it eventually. I did the same thing with iZombie too. All right, that's it on Betty White and Tim Butterly. And I shouldn't say how I typed up those UK women. He calls them fat lesbians somewhere too, and it makes me laugh because it pisses him off. Because it's true. But anyway, I saw something. I don't think there's been any real news on it lately. I missed it completely in October, I think, or mostly completely. Jay says audio is for flags. Audio only is for flags. Yikes. Yeah, I want to open the link, motherfucker. I posted it. I fucking pasted it there, stupid. So there's a Hellraiser reboot in the works, and I know we talked about it. Did I fucking break into this? And I know I talked about it a little bit now that I think about it back in October. And then when it was like first an idea, like the summer of 2020, I think that's when Clive Barker got his rights back or whatever the fuck. The same thing with Victor Miller, right? There's something along those lines. And that kind of coupled with Miramax kind of having to slow down, at least, if they haven't liquidated completely. But apparently either 2022 or 2023, we are getting, it's in post-production at this point, so I would imagine it's going to be 2022. Direct to Hulu, which is an odd choice to me. A new Hellraiser or a Hellraiser reboot or whatever with a female Pinhead. And Gypsy says Craven's family has Freddy back. Yeah. But I guess they have cast, and like I said, it's post production apparently. So she shot the scenes, but Jamie Clayton will be the female Pinhead apparently. If I've read that, gender swapped Pinhead. Jamie Clayton in doing some research, I found out that she is trans, which I think kind of goes to further cement that kind of idea from Barker's the novella, The Hellbound Heart. Oh, Ben says 2 reboots: a movie with the female Pinhead by the guy who did Night House. Yeah, which I haven't seen, so don't ask me about it. And a show on Hulu by David Gordon Green. So are they both on Hulu, Ben? I guess I could read this. No, this is from October, so this is going to be worthless. And it's kind of interesting. That's what kind of fucking got me back on my path, because Gypsy was talking about the L Word. Apparently, this Clayton was in the L Word Generation Q. I don't know this Jamie Clayton gal from anything. She looks nice. I don't know. I don't know what else to say. Yeah, David Bruckner, director of The Night House, will direct this from a screenplay penned by Ben Collins and Luke Piotrowski. So he officially was set to regain the U.S. rights on December 19th, 2021, which has passed, and I haven't seen any news stating otherwise, so it seems as though that did happen. Jamie says, I can never get into that show talking about Boardwalk Empire. Super boring. I don't get the appeal. That's making me rethink some things, Jamie, because I saw that you didn't like that new Matrix movie at all. And you always try to find, like, the positive in anything. So for you to have just said it sucked and, you couldn't do it, kind of reaffirmed my belief that I didn't want to do it. Didn't want to deal with it. Didn't want to watch it. Whatever the fuck. But I heard you saying Boardwalk Empires, boy. Yikes. Dan says Night House was really good, so I have faith in the reboot. Yeah, I gotta get to Night House. I've only heard people like it, so I feel like I have it somewhere hanging around. Billy says I have refused to watch any more reboots. Oh, maybe Jamie was talking about the L Word. That would make more sense. Yeah, and Jamie, she's Matrix. The new Matrix sucked big time. Oh, penises. Trying to break that thing where I say fuck every time. I can't think of what to say, or I lose my train of thought. So I'll say penises, because that's less weird. Ben says, oh, the movie is... Yeah, goddamn it. I know I read that shit right. The fuck out of here. And the show for HBO, I guess. So HBO Max, that'll be sweet. And Gypsy said I was not fond of Matrix 4 either. Oh, okay. She was talking about the L Word. All right. I'm walking back. When I'm wrong, I get it. Oh, let's see. Yeah. So that's all I got for that, really. But I saw another... I'm getting all my fucking news off of Instagram today. Jesus Christ, I don't care. Stop it. Just work. Jamie said the only thing she can say is there's some very nice visuals. That's it. Yeah, I don't care about that. That's not going to get me in a seat to watch it. Ben says David Gordon Green did great with Halloween, so I'm sure he will do good by Hellraiser. He what? David Gordon Green did not do good with Halloween. I don't give a fuck what anyone else says. Those movies suck. Or Halloween Kills sucks. Halloween 2018 is not good. Speaking of him, yeah, I hung out with my grandmother New Year's Eve because I didn't have anything else to do and didn't want to go anywhere. Um, so whatever, who cares? That's what I did. So I put The Hunt on from last year. She said it was stupid. She said, oh, there's people killing people. And it's like, you just watched that fucking Mel Gibson movie. Oh, fuck. What is it called? Father something. I don't know. It's a solid movie, but like there's constant fucking gun shooting going off. And I don't know. Like, she just makes these decisions that are just fucking stupid. I think she feels a certain way before it starts, and then she refuses to correct course, I guess. Bloodfather, that's it. Look at that, Gypsy. Yeah, I like that. It was a fun little stupid movie. So as punishment for not liking The Hunt, I popped in Shudder, and I'm not a fucking sadist, so this isn't too bad. But I popped on that 3-hour Joe Bob Briggs Halloween thing for Terror Train, which watching it again, it's not as bad as I thought it was the first time, but it's still to me not a great movie. Coupled in with someone that's not like a horror fan or a fan of that kind of programming, Joe Bob Briggs is the most annoying person on the fucking planet to people that don't like him. And this one's even longer because he's doing an interview with not only Bloomhouse or Bloom, Blum, whatever the fuck. I don't care. It's both. It's Bloom Blum. And he can blow me. I don't want him to blow me. He reminds me of my friend Dave, who's dead. Rest in peace. And then David Gordon Green as well, interviewing both together in that. So she got to watch in parts a subpar fucking slasher movie, and listen to a fake hillbilly talk to Hollywood jerk-offs. So that's what I did. I tortured her that way. She got mad about it. made the whole thing worthwhile, but I do have to just kind of fucking reaffirm the greatness of The Hunt. Without thinking about anything else that came out in 2020, that's my pick for 2020 movie of the year. 2021's a different story, obviously. I couldn't tell you offhand what I think best movie of 2021 would be. I'll get you that fucking in 2023. How about that? No one's doing whole year delayed best ofs, so I could corner that whole market. Oh, but yeah, to kind of finish it, the next thing I saw, there's a movie coming out soon, at some point, called Time's Up, which it seems like it's a New Year's slasher horror. I don't know. But I've got the trailer and we can play it and I'll shout over it. So hopefully I don't get fucking demonetized, even though I don't not monetized anyway. Oh my God. My mic was unplugged. Oh. Where is it? Cunt. There it is. So I'm gonna pop these gay headphones on quick, and then we'll play the trailer. Won't that be fun? Okay, snow, good, great.
Let's
Kind of
ring in the
holiday
new year.
music.
You guys remember Jackie?
Oh, yeah. How's the
This looks like a
newspaper
piece of
business?
shit. This looks like a fan film. Be better sound, but
Can you hear
probably
me?
still better lighting. A big budget fan film. How about that?
Who is that?
It's a game, like scavenger.
It's a
hunt.
game.
You want to play?
I
I'll
like
play.
games.
When secrets are out, you often discover who your friends are.
Your
Whoever's
penis
doing
is
this can't be
tiny.
watching them and us at the same time. They're bluffing.
I'm the bad guy, right? The bully. I mean, if that's what we're doing here, then just shoot me and finish it.
Not long now,
gonna
the
get
new
shot in the
year
movie.
approaches. Which one of you will be here when the ball drops?
Oh, Felicity Ray.
Hey, Jackie.
That Uncle Sam ripoff.
All the world's a stage, and this is entertaining.
Damien Maffei, Hannah Fearman. Yeah. So, take this bullshit off. That looks all right, doesn't it? Maybe. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it, to be honest. Luckily, it didn't seem to give fucking too much away, which is nice. So I'll look at literally nothing else for it. Yeah, but I think should have pulled some of this up or typed it like a fucking someone that knows what he's doing. But I don't. We know that. So Times Person of the Year. Shut the fuck up. All right. Well, that time is up, you cunt. Thank you. So there's not a whole lot of anything about this here. Damien Maffei's in it, Anna Fearman, who is a lovely lady. I got to do a show over on Visited by Voices, Lauren's show, and he and Sam. It was fun. She's she ain't bad looking. Bunch of other people I don't fucking know. Who cares? Dave Sheridan. Okay. Felissa Rose, as we spotted. So I don't see anything on the IMDb, any official bullshit. Oh, it's coming out sometime. Who knows? Who gives a shit? Or is it out already? Yeah. I don't know. What you guys think? You guys watched it. If you didn't, go back and watch it and tell me. Balls. Oh, Jess Graham. He says, I have nipples. Can you milk me? Yes, I can. Whoa. That's all the entertainment shit, I guess, right? Got that all out of the way. So let's hit the old NFL. New York Jets lost yesterday. I know that's news to no one. But they only barely lost. They put up a good fight. I think they led. Actually, I think they led pretty much the entire way, the first three quarters for sure, over the defending Super Bowl champion Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And they look decent. Offensively, Wilson didn't make many mistakes. he probably did make a game-losing mistake towards the end that they're all putting on coaching. So, I'll run with that. The Packers are girls, Brian. Quiet. They'll win until maybe the NFC Championship game, and then they're going to lose like they always do. Rest assured, Hoss. So, yeah. But, they fucking... If Michael Carter didn't get a concussion early on in that game, I think they do pull it out. But because he's their best runner by a long shot. And the offensive line's been blocking well. Gypsy says, I was looking at budgets of NFL teams. How do the Cowboys not win everything? Because in the NFL, there's a strict salary cap. It's not like the NBA where there's like a luxury tax, like if you go over whatever the fuck. Like there's a hard cap. And Jerry Jones is not a great talent evaluator, and he was their GM for fucking pretty much since he bought the team. And his arrogance for a long stretch of time led him to just pick fucking puppet coaches. And Ben says Chargers and Raiders on Sunday night. Winner goes to the playoffs. Sort of true. If the Steelers win tonight and then they win week 18, I believe. If both of those wins happen for the Steelers, then the Chargers and Raiders could both make it in if they tie next Sunday. Oh, Brian Trish, I don't give a fuck about the Giants. You can take that fucking Joe Judge garbage with you when you take your Packers horse shit. But yeah, I was proud of them in a loss, because like they looked good, they fought, and then ultimately they lost to kind of keep their draft position high. But yeah, Bills also won yesterday. That wasn't really in doubt, though. Didn't do a whole lot for my fantasy team as I'm in the championship, I think, as we discussed on Thursday. And by the looks of things, I'm going to have to make up 15 points next week to secure it. So I don't think that's going to happen either. So I lost. Congratulations to Ben from the Scarecrow Show. He's the 2021 champ. And I just want it to be known that it looks like Jay the Stingray is going to finish dead last. What are you going to do? He's one of the guys in that league that just got real unlucky. Like he'd put up good numbers. He put up good numbers every week, but he would always just face someone that had their players were super hot and put up fucking 200 points. That was real gay, wasn't it? Hello. Billy says after Jones insulted Jimmy Johnson, no good coach would want to work for him. Yeah, I mean that's. Switzer was a puppet. Campo Zimmer wasn't a head coach then, was he? He was just a D coordinator. Campo sucked. Garrett sucked. Wade Phillips is fine, but he's soft, so he fucking just can't, stick around. But back to the Jets game, goddammit. I think they win. I have written down here the Jets went out like Julius in Friday the 13th, part 8. Gave him everything, the fucking defending champ, everything they had. And then Tom Brady just fucking swings and knocks their head off. It's fantastic. But yeah, so Ben Grimm gets ahead of me. He says AB quit mid-game, said he didn't feel healthy enough to play, and they wanted him in. Yeah. So what happened was Arians told him, "Hey, you're in. Get the fuck in there." And he's, "Nah, my ankle." So all right, well then you're done. So Antonio freaks the fuck out. Mike Evans tries to calm him down. And then he's ripping he rips his shoulder pads and his jersey off. He's ripping off his gloves and all his tape and all that shit. And then he's just like fucking running from one end of the field to the other. Into the locker room, like fucking waving at the fans, hitting the peace sign, bro. Shut up. Yeah, so those are all things. But yeah, good on them. I mean, the Jets they made AB quit. Antonio Brown quit football because of the Jets. That's a nice feather in the cap, ain't it? Hey, Brian, shut up, pal. Jamie says, holy crap, it's only 13 degrees here. What's it like up there? Up here. It is currently 8 degrees up here. 8. Like between 7 and 9. And it's going to stay that way somehow starting at 11 p.m. and it's supposed to jump up to 10. Isn't that fun? But then it's going to be 40 degrees Wednesday and Sunday. So, yeah, we're all going to end up fucking sick. Meaning Western New York, all of us. Speaking of Western New York, I had a thought yesterday. I was driving over to the old Scarecrow compound to watch the Bulls game. Bills, I meant. Christ. I realized that like Western New York, because I was thinking about girls that like, I had a crush on in high school or whatever. I don't know why I was talking with a friend about it, and I've come to the conclusion Western New York is like in an odd way, sort of like the Wendigo and Pet Sematary. In that it kind of like draws these women to stay here. Whether they're athletes or whatever the fuck, still just hang around the area and just like take a nursing job or a CNA job so they can wear nice little things with pockets they can keep candies in. Oh, and get a little bad and bring in brownies for the girls. This shit like that, or to fucking, take up the meth pipe and just really do a number on their lovely faces and bodies. And weird as it is, maybe to start talking about fucking, high school women's bodies. I really am speaking of their adult bodies being destroyed. I just happened to be attracted to them when I was in high school. It's the whole thing. It's all context based. And Christ, I'm glad. This is one of the times I'm glad that nobody watches this fucking thing, because that was going to happen. No one's ever going to see this. Maybe that's for the best. But I just fucking, I thought about that. I kind of made that connection and fucking almost crashed a car laughing. And you know what? Just along with that, there's another stupid little thought I had. People that celebrate like the anniversary of them becoming fans of things are fucking stupid. Like, there's a person that I know. I wouldn't call her a friend by any fucking stretch. Who posted about how, however many years ago today, she became a fan of Metallica. And then, a smaller amount of time since the same day where I became a Slipknot fan. First of all, that's a lie. You didn't become a fan of two bands like that several years to the day between each other. That's horseshit. But who gives a fuck? That is not something you post to social media or say to any human. I don't know. Those fucking people, however few of them there actually may be, I don't know. Send them to the pit. We don't need that shit up here. Oh, Zombie. What's up, Zombie? Oh, go. Gypsy says 4 likes from 20. Make that 3. Jay says it's 31 there in Mississippi, and it was 81. Yes, Jesus Christ, that sucks. Brian says 25 in New York City. Ben says Brown will be signed on the team by the end of next year. I don't think so. I think that was his fucking final shot. If he couldn't keep his shit together with Tom Brady, no one else is going to even fucking try. 2 from 20. Let's go, baby. But now to Lauren's favorite part of the program. The Tony Khan Big Swole controversy here. Let me pull up my link. I did homework. Brand. I want the brands. Here's this. Oh, whoops. That's wrong. L's Horror Channel. Fucking dork. How's your house, buddy? How's that house you own? Oh, I forgot about this. Real briefly before we get into that. Look at this. 2 good pals. Just hanging, taking a photo together. You know, they came up in the industry together. 2 gentlemen that I have found that can absolutely be funny, but haven't been funny. Either one of them. Consistently, anyway. Either one of them haven't been funny in almost 20 years. 15 for sure. I mean, you know, Chappelle had his Chappelle's Show, which is great. He had one of, to me, the best stand-up specials in the last 25 years. Killing Him Softly. The one for Showtime a couple years after that kind of sucked. Then he went crazy. Billy says, fuck that wife killer. And then he just started like freaking out about trans people. And the first special wasn't that, but like the second one or whatever. I don't know. And then like he just couldn't stop fucking talking about it. And it's enough, dude. You know. By the way, I just want it to be known that fucking the Patton Oswalt killed his wife thing is an Opie and Anthony separate origination. I don't know how much of it was anyone thinking, oh, it might be true, because it was like hours after she died. But along with that, it did end up just kind of, if you put your tinfoil hat on, there's quite a bit of like, I don't know, breadcrumbs or whatever. Maybe. What else? Oh, Gypsy, let me get that for you. Just a second.
The faggot of the opera.
Gotta love that, huh? Let's go. I didn't get to hear that one though, but what are you gonna do? But anyway, Tony Khan, the son of a billionaire, owner of a wrestling company and general manager, I mean, de facto, I guess, you know, VP of football operations or something along those lines anyway, for the Jacksonville Jaguars, some soccer team, some footy league, whatever. Fuck you. You know, whatever. Has nothing better to do whatsoever on New Year's Eve than to fucking sit on Twitter and freak the fuck out. After Big Swole explains how lack of diversity and structure led to her leaving, I may be able to bring up those whole quotes. I don't remember what exactly I've got going on my link, but he tweets out the top 2 at AEW execs are Brown, me, and Mega. Jade, Bowens, Caster, Dante, Nyla, Isaiah, and Mark Quinn, all one on TV. So when you can count them on fucking, 2 hands? You know, have one on TV in 30 days, 31 days, whatever. Oh, buddy, it kind of seems like you have a a quota that you meet every month. Kind of like with the women's division, where they set out a couple minutes each show for the girls, for my dentist, yes. But after that, he's been. Sorry, they all went on TV this month. The TV title tournament has been very diverse. I let Swole's contract expire as I felt her wrestling wasn't good enough. And of course, he also was hashtag AEW Rampage. Well, you know what? That's why he tweeted this, because my name's in the fucking in the Twitter fucking trending bullshit. So he tags that onto it, so maybe someone will watch his fucking awful Friday show. And like, how fucking like just unaware can you be to tweet that? As a billionaire owner of a company, if an AEW fucking marks, is fucking basement warriors, they're defending him. Like, listen, Big Swole does suck, but when just 6 months or so ago, you put out a statement saying, Big Swole's a great talent, good work, I like her work, blah blah. But now, as she criticizes your company. She sucks. That's why I let her go. Or that's why I let her contract expire. Because if he released her beforehand, he'd be a fucking hypocrite. Because Vince McMahon's the literal devil, the Hitler devil, for releasing people. Yeah. So, and she sucks, but she's got a point. I mean, because the diversity doesn't mean that she needs to have one of those jobs or a job in the company. But like fucking, I mean, look at Willie Hobbs was one of like the fucking cooler people to see because he's a big dude, he's young, a lot of potential, good look, all that shit, wrestling stuff. And he has a match with CM Punk. And then doesn't do shit on their main television at any point afterwards. When, like in the tweet, when you can go, well, this guy, and this guy, they were on TV. They got Owen. It's very disingenuous, and it's. I don't think he's a racist or anything like that. I mean, the fact of the matter is, and not that they can't be, but he is a person of color. But still, dude, just say yeah, or don't say anything. First of all, don't say fucking anything. Fix the product if whatever the fuck, if it's found that it needs to be fixed. Yeah, I don't know. It's stupid. What are you guys yapping about? Oh, Dan said Swole was a mid-level talent at best, at very best, and was never over in AEW. I don't know how you look at AEW's roster and say it isn't diverse. It's not about who they can fucking put in a roster page fucking photo album. Use them. Do something with them. We got a fucking legless zombie. We're diverse. Yeah, well, what can you do? What do you do with them? Nothing. Fucking nothing. Like how many women's champions? Like, because listen, having two fucking Japanese fetish objects doesn't count. How many women's champions have been a person of color? None of them. All right, Nyla Rose. Sorry, I gotta get Nyla Rose. Sure, I got one. It's fine. Now I look stupid because I had to backtrack, and I'm gonna kill myself on screen. But all right, and then Dan, this is a dumb argument. He didn't even mention Sun Kiss and several other. Having them on the roster doesn't make a fucking bit of difference if they're not doing anything. It doesn't fucking matter. Ben says Jade Cargill been winning every week on YouTube. You know, she's had segments. No, Daniel, she sucks. Shh. And yeah, there's definitely worse people on the show. I mean, all of fucking the Dark Order, Orange Cassidy. Okay, Cassidy, I guess, is fine, but he sucks. I don't know. Whatever. Who cares? I don't know. Yeah, your comments. There's nothing. People yapping amongst themselves mostly. You know, the real fucking annoying thing is I had like a whole thing written up for this and then deleted it, and there's no way to undo something like that in the Notes app. So now I feel stupid. Okay, and Ben says Jade Cargill is on Dynamite pretty much every week. Okay, so there's one. You know, and she is used well for sure. I think eventually she'll be really good and really, worth the time put into her. But this whole fucking notion of, we'll put the Young Bucks on every week, and then everyone else can just fucking play on YouTube till we're ready to play with them again. It's a shitty problem on a much larger scale. But like, look at fucking most of the cards for Dynamite. It's all fucking just scrawny white dudes. You know, there's definitely a problem, you know, and you picking out a couple cases. Thunder Rosa ain't on TV every week either. You know, they use her pretty well, but she's not on TV every week, and she should be. She's one of the fucking best. Listen, I'll take Jade Cargill for potential over Britt Baker, and I'll take Thunder Rosa because she's better in every way. And they're probably equal on promos, but yeah, I would take Thunder Rosa fucking 10 times out of 10. You know, I mean, if you want to fucking look at actual diversity, that's not just diversity for diversity's sake, take a look at the WWE. I mean, your last two WWE champions before, you know, Lesnar had to, Roman Reigns got COVID, so they had to fucking change everything. I mean, Roman Reigns has been your fucking universal champion for the last 2 years almost. So, I mean, right there, you're about on par with fucking anything AEW's ever done, diversity wise. And it's not a fucking affirmative action thing either, because there's plenty of person of color. Fucking hate that word. Any black person I don't know too many from any too many Spanish people anymore. None of them would like to be called a fucking POC. You know, they're proud about their heritage, and you fucking just person of color. No, they're not white, so they're better. Like, they hate that. From what black people, I do have black friends, and none of them don't fucking call me that. Michael Che has said, "Don't call me that. I'm black." You know, whatever. But it's just one of those fucking dehumanizing things. Like, it turns them into a commodity, and it's fucking creepy. Where was I? I got off on a tangent. But, look at Sasha Banks has been fucking women's champion 100 times over. Bianca Belair and Sasha Banks main evented WrestleMania. How many main events has there been a black person or whatever, you know, fucking Spanish, Indian, Middle Eastern, whatever. How many people of that descent have been in a Dynamite main event, let alone a fucking All In or All Out main event? Yeah. But I mean, Bobby Lashley was champ forever. Big E was just champion. The Rock was champion a numerous times. The Rock's fucking probably the most famous person on the planet. I mean, New Day, how many times over have they been tag champs? How many times has Kofi been U.S., Intercontinental, whatever the fuck, WWE champion? Xavier Woods is fucking King of the Ring. You just use talent because they're good and don't fucking pander to. Because I think like Tony's problem is he's a dork. He's a fucking dork son of a billionaire that didn't have friends because he just got dragged around wherever daddy's going. He's not British, but I don't know. It's funny. So now and he happened to grow up a wrestling fan, which I do believe. But he gravitated towards the fucking that shitty work rate style, like Ring of Honor, as much as there was good shit Ring of Honor or like Pro Wrestling Guerrilla, PWG, Chikara, those companies and to a lesser extent New Japan. CZW can be thrown in there. It's just like a bunch of fucking weird, not overtly racist, but like it's racist and they don't realize it kind of shit. That they just like their doughy, boring white guys, to do a little fucking trapeze act, tumbles and whatever the fuck. So that's what he made his fucking company about. Not on purpose, but just those guys are cool. They like the stuff I like. Wow. Whereas the WWE, more or less, I mean, outside of NXT, previous to October of this 2021 or whatever, but it was we're the best athletes. Can we turn these athletes into fucking superstars? And can they? Can they not? I mean, there's varying levels of success with that. But so yeah, whoever's best, we're gonna fucking more often than not, we're gonna go with. But I had enough of that. I don't like talking about fucking race shit. It's stupid. But any chance I get to laugh at that fucking nerd Tony Khan is great. I want to like his company. I like some things about his company. Daniel Bryan's probably about as interesting, or Bryan Danielson's about as interesting as he's been since what he was GM when he was in a promo feud with The Miz. Planet's Championship was kind of whatever. But yeah, there's just so much dumb shit that's got to be fixed. And then him chirping off at Twitter at the slightest of criticisms really just fucking really takes the sales out of it for me. He's so hard to like, which in turn makes his fucking product hard to like. Shabby says, steak for president. This country would go up in flames immediately. I lost I lost track of the chat mostly. Yeah, again, you guys are just you're talking amongst yourselves. It's all right. I'm whining about shit on YouTube, so what are you gonna do? So that's all that. Oh, Leo Rush put out a fucking tweet too. I didn't grab it. He tagged Tony Khan. And he just typed in all caps, apologize. And as of press time, as of 9:12 p.m. On the East Coast, January 3rd, 2022, Tony Khan has not apologized for that tweet. I don't necessarily think he should. He shouldn't have fucking tweeted it in the first place. Prove that, there's not a race problem in the company or whatever the fuck. Because there are disingenuous people that just like to fucking shit on anything that, it's not as liberal as I want it to be. It's not as I love family values. Or whatever. Right and left suck. Politics are gay. Shut up. Nerds. But yeah, so just fucking fix the show. Use Willie Hobbs. Use Jade Cargill. Use fucking the Red Velvet or whatever the fuck her name is. She ain't awful. She's energetic. she does everything she's gonna do, fucking balls to the wall. But oh yeah, Leo Rush. So then, like, still no apology, and I really should have fucking pulled this. Maybe I can. I'm not gonna have a graphic for you, but hopefully I can get to the tweet quick enough. So, in 2 days ago, right? Oh, no. Yeah, so on the first, so the next day, he tweets, I want this to be clear. I do not consider this to be a diversity issue, and I at no point have thought or said that AEW or Tony is racist. We can all clearly see that wrestling as a whole and AEW roster is perpetually diverse. The issue at hand was a racial insensitivity issue. That's fair. Having spoken to Tony and Mega, I don't know who the fuck that is. I think she's a legal broad within the concubine. That's probably not the right way to say that. We have discussed the endeavors to further understand the struggles of the Black community. I am grateful to be able to understand more about Tony's own ethnic backgrounds and glad that they are actively seeking input from an African American perspective. I am proud to work for a Boston company that try to make these strides in social equality. I look forward to working with Tony to keep making steps towards positive change. I pray that 2022 is a year of positive change in all aspects. So that reads to me, especially just based on the timing of it all, like Tony, well, here's an extra couple $1,000, you jerk. I don't know what he said, but it does feel like he fucking slipped Leo an envelope to go type up something like this, put it out, try to get the heat off my back. It very much is just fucking tail between my legs. I was shocked he didn't just retire again, but he's got a family to feed at this point. So I mean, I don't blame him, but it's just kind of funny because he has tried to portray himself as this kind of fucking, iconoclast or whatever. Yeah, I don't know. Let's wrap this up. Couple of programming notes. I want to shout out again the Dad Mead podcast. Check those guys out if you like when people are saying things like me but funnier. And with Philly accents, which is fun. So shout out to them. Tim Bartley, Matt Rainey. And then Big Cat Posse is a channel here on YouTube. Which is they're running fucking clips for Ron and Fez from it seems like almost exclusively the satellite radio era, which is good. It's a little more evergreen, I guess, than a lot of the radio shit because the radio stuff's all terrestrial, so it's local more or less to where they were broadcasting from DC or New York. Check that out if you want to get into Ron and Fez. If you watched any of the Fez Wiley Memorial from this past August, or don't. I don't give a shit. But if you do, head over to Big Cat Posse on YouTube. I'll throw it in the description as well. Hopefully, I remember to actually do that this time, right? Just tell them Saucy sent you. Maybe tag the panel, do a little synergy, something. Offthegrill.store, buy some things. Who cares? Nobody buys anything anymore. I figure everyone that wanted it got it. But it's there if you haven't. And then patreon.com/offthegrill podcast. This week, hopefully I'll get to it tonight to watch it, but I'll be starting Midnight Mass won the poll. That half of the patrons even bothered to vote on. So I'll be watching that. Those will be for $1 and up. You get to watch me watch those for the first time, so it's not me giving, incredible insight and trivia. It's just me going, "Whoa, what's this?" Similar to the Chucky series that I did until season 2 of that premieres next fall, I guess. I'll watch this and then in a couple months watch something else, I guess. But yeah. So there's that. You get the Roseanne watch alongs as well on the higher tiers. Those will be more of those coming out this month. Currently compiling a list for live commentaries for this year, for 2022. So that kind of answers Zombie's question of when the next watch along is. I don't know yet, but soon. As long as you hit that bell, so you get a notification. But yeah, I think other than that, folks, thank you for being here. All that sort of stuff. Thank you to all my lovely patrons. Big Crack Rock, Christian Hinahara, S'mores and Doors, Nick Ridza, Jay the Stingray, Jess Graham, Orc145626, Daniel Shine, Lauren Dixon, Mr. Bombastic, Retrocac, The Daily Ghost, Slaughterport, Ben Yukinevich, Brian Trash, Jester 8082, and Ben Grimm. That'll do it for me now until next time. Until then, Iris loves you.